Ronald, Dahl, Fantastic Mr. Fox. 3. The shooting. Well, my darling, said Mr. Fox, what shall it be tonight? I think we'll have lamb tonight, said Mrs. Fox. Bring us 2 fat ducks, if you please, 1 for you and me, and 1 for the children. Ducks it shall be, said Mr. Fox. Buns, now, do be careful, said Mrs. Fox. My darling, said Mr. Fox, I can smell those guns a mile away. I can even smell one from the other. Boxes give off the filthy stink of rotten chicken skins. Ruins reach of goat liver, and as for Bean, the fume of apple cider hang around him like poisonous gases. Yes, but just don't get careless, said Mrs. Fox. You know they'll be waiting for you, all 3 of them. Don't you worry about me, said Mr. Fox. I'll see you later. But Mr. Fox would not have been quite so crooky that had he known exactly where the 3 farmers were waiting at the moment. They were just outside the entrance to the hole, each of one crouching behind a tree with his gun loaded. And what is more, they had chosen their position very carefully, making sure that the wind was not blowing towards the fox's hole. In fact, it was blowing in the opposite direction. There was no chance of them being smelled out. Mr. Fox crept up the dark tunnel to the mouth of his hole. He poked his long, handsome face out into the night air and sniffed once. He moved an inch or two forward and stopped. He sniffed again. He was always especially careful when coming out from his hole. He inched forward a little bit more. The front half of his body was now open. His black nose twitched from side to side, sniffing and sniffing for the sense of danger. He found none, and he was just about to go trotting forward into the woods when he heard, or thought he heard, a tiny noise and a soft rustling sound, as though someone had moved a foot ever so gently through a patch of dry leaves. Mr. Fox flattened his body against the ground and lay very still. His ears pricked. He waited a long time, but he heard nothing more. It must have been a field mouse, he told himself, or some other small animal. He crept a little further out of the hole, then further still. He was almost right out in the open now. He took a last careful look around. The wood was murky and very still. Somewhere in the sky the moon was shining. Just then his sharp night eyes caught a glint of something bright behind a tree not far away. It was a small silver peck of moonlight shining on a poisonous surface. Mr. Fox lay still, watching it. What on earth was it? Now it was moving. It was coming up and up. Great heavens, it was the barrel of a gun, quick as a whip. Mr. Fox jumped back into his hole, and at the same instant the entire wood seemed to explode around him. Bang, 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 bang. The smoke from the 3 guns floated upwards in the night air. Bogus and Brutes and Bean came from behind the trees and walked towards the hole. Did we get him? Said Bean. One of them shot the flashlight of the hole, and there on the ground in the circle of light, half and half of the hole, lay a poor tattered blood-stained remain of the fox tail. Bean picked it up. We've got the tail, but we missed the fox, he said, tossing the thing away. Dang and blast, said Bogus. We shot too late. We must have let fly the moment he poked his head out. We won't be poking it out again in a hurry, Bounce said. Bean pulled a flask from his pocket and reached a swig of cider. Then he said, "I'll take 3 days at least before he gets hungry enough to come out again. I'm not sitting around here waiting for that. Let's dig him out." "Ah," said Bogus, "now you're talking sense. We can dig him out in a couple hours. We know he's there. I reckon there's a whole family of them down the hole," Bounce said. "And there we have the lot," said Bean. "Get the shovels."